Showbiz Shelley hanging out here at the Grammys Day 2 with Nathan Sykes.
Hello.
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 You were just telling me you're extremely delirious.
Yeah, I'm a bit delirious. Running
Why?
on adrenaline. Well, yesterday was a really great day. I was in New York, and then got on the last flight out, which was, of course, delayed. Why not?
Oh, why not, right.
And then got into LA about 4:30 and was up very early this morning. So it's I'm running on near to empty, but I'm loving life. Life couldn't be any better at the moment.
Well, that's good. That's a good outlook. And just so you know, I do morning radio, so I know the feeling of that 4 a.m. wake-up call. It's the worst.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you, I think I was at a club when I heard Over and Over Again.
Okay.
And I was like, what is this? And I did the whole Shazam thing.
Did you just stand there in the middle of the club like that?
And I was
with
like,
Shazam
what
in the air?
is this? And then it came in, and I said, Nathan Sykes. Oh, my gosh. And I
Amazing.
loved it. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So what I understand, though, is you now have a duet on it with Ariana Grande.
I do.
So tell me, how did this come about?
You know what? It was awesome because we did a song a few years ago called Almost Is Never Enough. And that was with Harmony Samuels, who's now the executive producer on my album. So it's kind of come in a full circle. So I wrote Over and Over Again with Harmony. And yeah, it's like, obviously I released it as a solo record. Then I heard it on the radio in the UK and I was like, Ari would sound great on this. I was like, Ari, let's sing this song.
Yeah.
So yeah, it ended up working out, and obviously she killed it as normal.
Yes.
And she sounds amazing, and yeah, I'm really proud of it. And obviously with the dancing as well, it's just gone #1 on the Dance Club Billboard chart, which is obviously my second consecutive #1 on that chart, which is amazing. So
That's amazing. Yeah. So can I ask you? Did you ask her to do it while you guys were dating, or was this after?
No, we dated like 500 years ago.
It wasn't
so
500.
It feels like it.
Does it?
It does, because
Okay.
like we were like kids when that happened. And I think between that age and the age I am now, I'm 22, I think you kind of grow up a lot in life.
You do.
And I've experienced a lot of life experience since then. Obviously with everything that's kind of happened in my life, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. So it does feel like a long time ago. If I'm completely honest, I don't really remember much. I'm like one of them people with like a terrible memory. So I'm just like, hey, yeah, did we? Oh, okay, cool, nice.
It was that memorable, hon.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, that's funny, but I know what you mean, right? If it's not happening right now, then it just kind of is like out of sight, out of mind.
Of course, especially
type
in this
thing,
industry, you're very focused on like what you're doing and kind of you're always planning. Like I plan like 3 years ahead, so I do things now that it's gonna kind of pay off in 3 years' time.
That's great.
So I'm working so far ahead of myself that I don't really concentrate on what's happened in the past. But you know what? Most importantly, I respect her as a musician, and I think over anything, like people always try and say like, oh, is it awkward? It's like, well, no, it's only as awkward as everyone else wants to make it. And that's kind of what I said to her. I was like, everyone's going to try and make it awkward, but if we let them make it awkward, then it'll be awkward. But if we don't let them make it be awkward, then it won't be. And that's how it's kind of gone, because I think she's an incredible talent, she's an incredible artist, and she absolutely sounds amazing on this record. So, yeah, it's good.
Did I make it awkward?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. I try not to, because I can be awkward sometimes.
That's all right,
so.
no worries.
But I feel like, too, anyway, with Hollywood, I mean, you guys, everyone runs into anybody anyway, so you kind of have to have that attitude.
Of course.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, I take everything with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Especially being British, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I don't really get wrapped up in the whole kind of celebrity thing and who's dating who dated who and all that sort of stuff. I'm just like, I'm here to make music at the end of the day, and I'm very focused on that, and hopefully I get to do it for a long time.
That being said, do you have Valentine's Day plans?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do I look like I've got Valentine's Day plans?
I don't know.
No, I don't. This, again, is my 22nd year of my life that I've been single on Valentine's Day. At the age of 22.
Never had a Valentine's Day
Never.
date ever.
Never.
Really?
Which is awesome. But you know what? I'm doing it differently this year. I'm so bored of sitting there being lonely on Valentine's Day and crying into my ice cream. So I'm just like, I'm going to spread love in a different way. I'm going to kind of like spread love to my friends, my family, and like I'm encouraging everyone else to do the same thing. Because especially if you're single, you can sit there and feel sorry for yourself, or you can kind of have a lot of fun and spend it with your friends, spend it with family,
There you
and
go.
like spend it with your dog.
Yeah.
And kind of just spread as much love as possible, because I don't think there's enough love in the world sometimes.
I agree. So. Good for you. So one last thing I just want to get your take on is, of course, you used to be in The Wanted.
Yes.
Now you have this thing now happening where a lot of these boy bands are kind of splitting up. I mean, One Direction. What do you make of that? Is it just like a growth thing? Eventually, you just kind of grow out of it, you think, or what is it?
I think there's always room for a great boy band, and I think what was amazing with the One Direction thing, they really grew with their music, and their last album in particular for me was just a fantastic album. I mean, I enjoyed the other albums as well, obviously, but like musically, like it really kind of, like it was kind of really in line with what I listened to, which was awesome, and you can just hear them all growing up as artists. And I think, obviously, I don't know what's happened behind the scenes, no one does, only they do, but I think from my experience, in the band that I was in, we were just all ready to kind of take a break and do our own thing. I think everyone's at that stage in our lives, but I think I was the youngest by quite a long way.
Yeah.
Like Jay was the next youngest, and he was like 3 years older than me. So the other guys are like 5.5 years older than me. So they're like, what, 28 now, 27, 28.
Sure, which is significant.
I think.
Yeah,
they're old. I'm joking. So I'm just still very young, very hungry, very driven, and you're still very much ready to make music and have a lot of fun doing that.
Good. So can we expect more from you then? More kind of this EDM sounding type stuff?
No, you know what? They're just the remixes, which is amazing. Like, I try and make my music kind of cross between quite like a soulful edge and like poppy stuff. But
some more pop.
But you know what? My album's out in the fall. It's a very personal album. But I go around with an 8-piece band, so I kind of there's a lot of live element to it. There's horns on a lot of the tracks, and some of the songs are very stripped back, and there's a lot of variation to the album. But I always try and write the songs so they can cross over into the EDM world with a great remix.
I feel like I could talk to you all day.
Thanks.
You just want to keep talking, or no? You probably have somewhere else to go.
It's all right. Go wild.
Okay, I'll let you go. But Nathan, so great to meet you. Thanks
too.
for stopping by. Have fun
Thank
at the
you so
Grammys
much.
this weekend.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cool. Thank
nice
you.
One.